Hey, West Up is West Coast Wednesday. So look, as a diehard Laker fan, I do not watch the Lakers. I've decided at the beginning of this year, I was like, man, there's a lot of injuries. I don't even want to set myself up because I'm very invested in the Lakers. So I don't watch the Lakers, right? I may have watched them 4 times this entire year, right? So I'm not talking about 2022. I'm talking about for the season. So, anyways, what I do is I go on Bleacher Report. And on my Bleacher Report app, I can look at the stats, I can look at the score, I can see turnovers somebody has, and I'm not, it doesn't frustrate me because I'm not seeing the turnover. I'm not seeing LeBron take the 3-pointer that I don't want him to make because he'll start taking too many 3-pointers. Right? I don't see that. I just see the stat, and I'm like, okay, I can deal with the stat. But last night, man, Giannis was like 8 for 8, 9 for 9. And I'm like, man, AD or Bron, one of y'all, man, who's stopping this cat? Who's doing what? Man, somebody got to be somebody. Who is it? And so I scrolled down my Bleacher Report app, and at the bottom of the Bleacher Report app, you have all these people, different people from Twitter who will, say something. And so I'm looking for somebody saying, oh, LeBron is getting worked or AD is getting worked. And before I can get to that, I see this dunk. Russell Westbrook gets the ball, throws a no-look pass to LeBron. LeBron does this reverse, whap, on Giannis. And I'm like, I don't care about that. We're down by 20 points, man. But it's the highlights, man. The highlights are something else. ESPN, you'll watch the same highlights all day long. Man, I remember, I don't indulge in ESPN like I used to, but I used to watch First Take twice. Knew what the arguments were going to be about, knew what the highlights were going to be about, just the highlights. I didn't have to see the whole game, didn't have to stay up all night, but them highlights, those daggone highlights. And at the end of those highlights, you're like, oh, they lost? The Lakers lost? The Dodgers, what happened? A walk-off, Jansen gave a what? They were just up, the highlights, they showed all these highlights. The highlights. Go on social media and you say, man, they were just praying together at the ocean. Man, she just got this new role in this television series, and he's going around speaking, and he has a new book out, and they were just in Dubai together, and they were just in Jamaica together, and they were just in the Turks and Caicos together, and they were just smiling and kissing on Instagram together. She just did an interview with Denzel Washington. A few years ago, she was Miss America. Man, her Instagram, she looks like she was about to have a bomb 2022. My goodness. She's gorgeous. Oh my, she's a lawyer. She's in this entertainment space, and she's only 30 years young. The highlights. My friend Vince Ford, he said this, man. He said, don't let people's highlights, people's reels, people what they want to chop and screw and show you. Don't let those things determine how you live your life. Don't let those things be your goals. Have some real goals. A real relationship goal is going to take a lot of work. It's not about going to Dubai. It's not about, that's beautiful, that's cool. It's not about going to Jamaica. It's not about going to all these places. It's not about always having the perfect picture. It's not about any of those things. It's about the hard work that happens behind closed doors. Behind closed doors when you're crying and nobody is there. And behind closed doors, if you want any goals, your real goals are going to have to come from behind closed doors when nobody is watching. Don't get caught up in people's highlights to try to attach yourself to what you believe that your life should be like because of their highlights. You might end up at the blue table with tears in your eyes because your wife fell in love with a younger dude. That's it. I'm out of here, man. As always, stay blessed, stay west.